Welcome to the 7th presentation in the Aromatherapy for Home Use course. Today we're going to talk about the benefits and properties of lemon oil and how to use it. We're also going to discuss how to use the oils with babies, infants and children, and to make sure that they're more thoroughly diluted. We're going to look at how to use oils as a method of use on a tissue, when sometimes any other method of use is not appropriate. A tissue can be really useful. Using aromatherapy on babies and small children is really effective. We just need to make sure that we use a very well diluted solution of oils. So for babies 0 to 12 months, we can use really only chamomile and lavender are the safest and the mildest and calming oils to use. So as a compress or a vaporizer, they can be very comforting if a child has stomachache or is feeling fractious, maybe they're teething. This is a really useful way of using the oils. We can use 1 drop of diluted oil in 15 ml of sweet almond oil or grapeseed oil if we want to massage a baby. Or if you want to put an oil in their bath, then you could mix it with either 10 ml of milk or a little bit of gentle shampoo base. If you refer back to the topical applications recipes that I gave you in previous units, then you will find exactly how to do this. Children 1 to 6 years old, maybe 1 to 3 drops of essential oil of tea tree and eucalyptus, so we can add these 2 oils to the Roman chamomile and lavender. It could be very effective for infections or if they have the sniffles, blocked nose. And then children 7 to 12 years old, it's the same as directed for adults. You can use the oils, but you would reduce the dose by 50%. And then a child 12 plus is going to be treated as you would do for an adult. So the rule here is to just really use big dilutions for babies, infants and children, and only lemon was first used and grown even in Asia and India. And when discoverers like Christopher Columbus and Captain Cook sailed the foreign seas, during their long journeys, they suffered from an awful lot of illnesses, particularly scurvy. They ran out of any fruit and vegetables that contained vitamin C. So scurvy is a condition that is a result of lack of vitamin C. So when they arrived in Asia and India and they found these wonderful fresh citrusy fruits, it helped them to get rid of their symptoms and the condition. Today, most of the oil seems to come from Sicily. And in Sicily, the best lemon oil is still to be found sponge pressed. The children cut the fruit in half. The women scrape the flesh out of the fruit and leave it to stand cold overnight. And then the men sponge press the peel. This is supposed to still give us the best quality of lemon oil. It takes 3,000 lemons to make 1 kilo of essential oil. Today, most of the lemon is distilled. Lemon is a really lovely, refreshing, citrusy smell. And the best quality essential oil comes from citrus limonene. This is a light, refreshing, stimulating, vibrant oil that stimulates the white blood cells, helps the immune system, cuts through catarrh, cleanses the body, and really is refreshing, light, and stimulating. So lemon is one of the most easily recognized aromas because of its refreshing, energizing, and uplifting scent. Its light, refreshing, cleansing aroma is readily used in cooking as well as in many home remedies already. I've been using ginger and lemon as a tea to soothe a sore throat for a long time. The health benefits of lemon can be attributed to its stimulating, calming, astringent, detoxifying, antiseptic, disinfectant, and antifungal properties. It's reported to have an anti-aging effect. And if you rub lemon onto the back of your hands, it's supposed to get rid of the liver spots of aging. But we have very little evidence to substantiate this, unfortunately. So the benefits of using lemon oil, physiologically, lemon is very good for helping to detoxify the body, to help get rid of excess fluid in congestive tissues, to help alleviate cellulitis, and to help with lymph drainage. It's incredibly good for cutting through catarrh, particularly respiratory problems like asthma, bronchitis, colds, flu. It's also very good for greasy skin conditions, for acne, herpes. As a mouth remedy for mouth ulcers, it's very soothing. It helps to fight against infections. So it stimulates the white blood cells that no other oil seems to do in the same way, to help us fight infection and stimulate the immune system. It's also excellent for a foot soak to apply for warts and verrucas and corns. Psychologically, lemon is very stimulating to the memory and it aids forgetfulness. So if you're feeling a bit sluggish mentally, lemon is very good for stimulating the mind. It's also said to be very good to alleviate selfishness. Therapeutically, lemon is really good for the skin as a disinfectant and antiseptic. It's very good for circulation and very good for stimulating the body systems. So as an antiseptic fighting infection, it's very good for applying to boils and acne and any sort of greasy skin type conditions. It's antiviral, which makes it excellent for colds, flus, fevers, cold sores. It's hemostatic, which means that it helps to slow bleeding. So very useful for varicose veins, people with poor circulation. It lowers blood pressure. Very stimulating, so stimulating to the mind and helps with memory and stimulates forgetfulness. It's good for circulation, the lymph drainage of the body, and also for the immune system by stimulating those white blood cells. Like all citrus oils, lemon can be skin irritant on some people, particularly if you have sensitive skin. Sometimes an oil can make you irritated, your skin irritated. And if you have sensitive skin, it's worth doing a patch test for citrus oils. If you put in a drop inside the inside of your upper arm, you feel it getting irritable or red, then remove it with a cold flannel and avoid using this oil. If you find that just a drop on the skin doesn't produce any reaction, then you're going to be fine with this oil, as long as you don't overdo it. The citrus oils, including lemon, are all phototoxic, and this means that some oils make the skin more sensitive to ultraviolet light. So it shouldn't be used before exposing your skin to strong sunlight, going on a sunbed, or using any other ultraviolet light. Those are the two contraindications to using lemon. So do a patch test if you have sensitive skin. Citrus oils are lovely for blending, and if you find that you've blended an oil together, not particularly keen on the aroma of it, you're not sure that it works for you, then sometimes just adding the odd drop of lemon or grapefruit or any of the citrus oils can alter the smell of your blend quite enormously. But therapeutically, lemon is really good for rheumatism, and mixing it with chamomile or lavender can make an excellent bath for rheumatism and arthritis. Because lemon is your top note, I would probably use more of the lemon and a little bit less of the chamomile and the lavender. But again, if you look at Unit 2 for the method of how to use the oils in a bath, you'll refresh your memory. It's 6 drops to a bath emulsified in milk or shampoo base. A refreshing bath could be lemon, geranium and peppermint. So if you have a bath in the morning and you're feeling particularly tired and you want stimulating, then this might be a bath that will set you up for the day. Gargling for mouth ulcers is excellent with lemon, tea tree and maybe some geranium as well. In Unit 6 we talked about using oils as a gargle. An inhalation for bronchitis can be a really useful way of breaking up the mucus in your chest and helping you breathe more easily. and nothing better to use than lemon, eucalyptus and lavender. Lemon is very good for dandruff and scurf conditions of the scalp. So you could use a topical application for this, which we describe in Unit 3. So using a shampoo base, you could use lemon, chamomile, geranium for getting rid of that dry, flaky scalp. Using a vaporizer is a terrific way for helping that excitable condition when you're all keyed up and you're sort of overexcited and it's hard to sort of settle down and sit still. Lemon, chamomile and ylang ylang could be a really good blend to use in a vaporizer. And in Unit 5 we discuss this in a little bit more depth if you need to refresh your memory. Lemon blends really well with all the other citrus oils, although you do have to be careful if your skin is irritated by the citrus oils. So the more citrus oils you add together, the more likely your skin is going to react to it. So just have a think about how many citrus oils you put together if your skin is sensitive. They also are very good. Lemon is great for breaking through and just balancing the floral oils. Some of them can be a bit heavy, like jasmine, ylang ylang, rose can be very heavy, but if you put a little drop of a citrus oil in it, like lemon, it really seems to balance the aroma. Also blends very well with tea tree, and Robert Tisserand I know produces a shampoo which is lemon and tea tree. It blends well with peppermint, cedarwood, very woody, earthy aroma. It blends very well with that. Eucalyptus for all your blocked nose, sinuses, very good combination. And neroli, lavender, jasmine, all those very floral aromas. It blends very well with those as well. So we're going to talk about another method of use, a tissue. Bless you. No, I didn't mean a tissue. I meant on a tissue. You can use the essential oils, 1 or 2 drops on a tissue, and it's when it's really inappropriate to sort of go and have a bath or an inhalation or do anything else, particularly if you're driving in the car. You might have a child that is nauseous, feeling car sick. You can use oils to help that. You could also pop some oil on a tissue if you're feeling that you're a little bit sort of tired and you're driving and you want to keep yourself stimulated. So rosemary, lemon, basil are very good for stimulating your mind and helping you stay awake. So putting 1 or 2 drops of neat oil on a tissue and inhale when required is really useful. You could pop the tissue into a bra strap or a top pocket, so you're not sort of having to actually hold it near your nose. And it's a useful method, as I said, when traveling and when other methods are not appropriate. So you might want to use it when you go into an examination. You could have some rosemary oil to help you remember. You could use lemon to stimulate the mind. Peppermint, as I said, is very good for nausea and car sickness. Rose, I never go to a funeral without taking rose with me on a tissue. Rosemary is very good for memory and studying, and if you're not too keen on rosemary or you have contraindication of high blood pressure for rosemary, you could use basil. Basil's also head clearing, so it's a really good one to use on a tissue. Clary sage is very mood balancing, so it's very good for premenstrual tension, for mood swings. Ylang ylang is completely the opposite. It's very relaxing, calming, soothing. So if you're feeling angry or irritable and want to rebalance and sort of reset your mood, then ylang ylang is very good on a tissue for that. So this is a really useful, easy way of using the essential oils. We've discussed over these 7 presentations so far a lot of different ways of using the oils, and the lotion as a topical application is the same recipe if you're going to use a shampoo, for instance, which we've discussed here today. In this presentation, we talked about using the oils on a tissue. So over the next 3 presentations, we'll be discussing how to use the oil in a massage, in a compress, and in a foot soak. So it gives you some good ideas how to use these oil effectively. So we've now covered 7 oils out of my 10 oils for home use. This is my Nature's First Aid Kit. And you can see that lemon is very, very different from some of the others. We've had that really pungent, stimulating peppermint that keeps you awake and is invigorating and stimulating. Now we have lemon, which cuts through catarrh, stimulates the immune system, gets a sluggish immune system moving. Anything where there's fluid retention, it helps the respiratory system, greasy skin, so any conditions like acne. We've got a really useful, uplifting and refreshing oil to add to some very interesting combinations. So in the next presentation, we're going to go moving on to rosemary, which again has some enormous therapeutic properties. Please leave me some feedback if you're enjoying the course, and let me know if you've spotted any inconsistencies or any spelling mistakes. This is a new course, so I need your eyes and ears to let me know if anything's not quite right.